Before all of this, I had a job. I had a family. I had dreams. I had a future. I worked hard. I stayed out of trouble. I had no criminal record, no problems with the law. I was just a regular man trying to live an honest life. And then, one day, everything changed. Out of nowhere, I was accused of something horrible, something I would never do. They said I hurt a child. I remember sitting there thinking, what? How is this even possible? I hadn't even been around. I wasn't with that family anymore. We had been separated for months. I had proof. My work schedule showed I was at work. My time card showed I was on the clock. My boss confirmed it. I couldn't have done what they said. It was impossible. Even the child's own mother admitted it. She said, "He hasn't been around. It couldn't have been him." But they didn't care. One day, people from the authorities came to my job. They told my workplace everything. They told them I was accused of child abuse, even though I had proof of my innocence, even though nothing was proven. My co-workers looked at me different. My managers treated me different. Soon after, I was fired, just like that. No trial, no conviction, no justice, just shame. I walked out of that job knowing my life was falling apart. Then came the worst pain of all. They took my daughter. They said I wasn't fit to be a father. No evidence, no proof, no crime, just accusations. They told me, if you take this class, we'll help you. It was a class for sex offenders. If I took it, I would be labeled for life. I would be registered. I would be marked forever. But I was innocent, so I refused. And because I refused, they gave my daughter to her mother. I lost my child. Not because I did something wrong, but because I wouldn't lie about myself. For 4.5 years, I lived in court. Every few months, new accusations, new stories, new lies, different dates, different places, different versions, always changing, always blaming me. I walked into court every time with fear in my chest. I thought, what lie will they say today? I couldn't sleep. I couldn't relax. I couldn't breathe. I felt hunted. One day, the child's therapist reported something important. She said the child had been lying. The accusations were false. I thought, it's over. I'm free. Even the judge got angry. He looked at the lawyers and said, if you have nothing on this man, let him go. I felt hope for the first time in years. I thought, God finally heard me. But I was wrong. On the next court date, that judge was gone. Replaced. No explanation. My lawyer told me, don't worry, it's almost over. I trusted her. I was tired, broken, exhausted. She handed me papers. She said, sign here. I signed. I didn't know. They were closing my case without declaring me innocent. No statement. No justice. Just silence. After that day, my lawyer walked away. Wouldn't answer my calls. Wouldn't explain. Just disappeared. I stood there alone for the next 28 years. I searched for help. I went to lawyer after lawyer. More than 12. All of them said, we can't help you. No. Sorry. Not interested. Court after court. I felt invisible. Years later, I got a letter. It said my daughter had been abused for 2 years by someone in her home, her stepfather. The system knew. They did nothing. They protected the wrong person. They destroyed me and failed my child. That broke me. After that, strange things started happening. One night, I went to a bar with friends. Nothing crazy. A few beers, some arguments nearby. I calmed things down. I walked outside. Suddenly, a police officer pushed me. For no reason. I asked, why did you do that? He threw me to the ground, knee on my neck, handcuffed. They said, drunk in public. I asked for a test. They refused. I was locked up, released the next day. That same day, lawyers were already mailing me. How did they know? Who told them? Something felt wrong. Like I was being watched, like I was on a list. I had no lawyer, no help. They told me, take 6 months or face years. I said, fine, I'll take it. They changed it to time served and told me, don't talk about this. I felt trapped. Years later, I saw court records. They listed the wrong judge, wrong dates, wrong information. It looked falsified, like someone rewrote history to cover themselves. Because of all this, I lost my job, my daughter, my reputation, my peace, my future. I struggled to work, lost my license, wages taken, always treated like a criminal. What I never was. I lived in fear, in poverty, in shame, for something I never did. For 33 years, I stayed quiet. I was scared. I was broken. But I'm done being silent. They took my voice. They took my life and family. But they didn't take my truth. This is my truth. I'm still standing, and I won't stop fighting.